BYD is destroying Tesla at its own game. At the 2024 Geneva Auto Show, the company released its very first supercar, planning to rival the likes of Lamborghini, Porsche, and Ferrari. With a price tag of $233,000, a 0 to 60 time of just under 2.4 seconds, and a top speed of almost 310 kilometers an hour, this vehicle is something the Tesla Roadster 2.0 was supposed to be. The same Chinese automaker that just dethroned Tesla as the world's best-selling electric car brand is now entering a category where profit margins are some of the highest in the entire industry. This is a truly impressive accomplishment and underscores an industry-wide trend we might be experiencing going forward, which is the idea that conglomerates like BYD might just be the next German kingpins of the EV industry. Where the likes of Tesla, Rivian, and Lucid are playing checkers, BYD is playing chess, all under the umbrella of the Chinese market. And no, this isn't an exaggeration anymore, folks. As you can see on a quarterly basis, BYD's passenger battery electric vehicle sales surpassed that of Tesla for the very first time in its history. This isn't including hybrid vehicles, which many people have pointed out to be one of the biggest sales drivers for the company. Instead, this includes purely those powered by lithium-ion or nickel cobalt. BYD's latest new launches is a huge blow to competitors not only in mainland China, but also traditional OEMs and industry leaders like Tesla, because the company now has an offering as one of the cheapest electric cars in the world, but now also has one of the most highest end in the same market. Where the BYD Seagull starts at just $11,000 and something like the BYD Seal, which competes directly with the likes of the Tesla Model 3, having a more than 15% price advantage over that car. And unlike the consensus estimate in the West, it's not like BYD's cars are low quality or lack any features. The Seal, for example, has many features that the Model 3 doesn't even close to have coming, like an all-glass sunroof, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay support, and a screen right behind the steering wheel. The interior also feels a lot more luxurious than the minimalistic one seen in the Model 3, as obviously companies in the US like Tesla have to apply their best effort in cutting costs. But there's no such cost cutting in the Chinese market. And what's truly astounding here is the fact that, unlike Tesla, BYD actually vertically integrates a lot more of the internal components than the American automaker. Yes, Tesla certainly relies on a lot less suppliers than BYD because of its in-house manufacturing as well as R&D that has obviously allowed it to increase its profit margins to industry-leading levels. But as we've seen with price cuts over the past 12 months, those margins have collapsed as well as sales that have slowed down significantly. And in my view, a lot of that has to do with the fact that China still leads the world when it comes to the supply chain of batteries as well as computer electronics. BYD, as a matter of fact, in 1995 started out as a rechargeable cell manufacturer until its acquisition of an auto group in the early 21st century. For the past 18 years, BYD has been making cars, but they haven't been really any good, at least until 2020. The company has capitalized on the EV revolution by leveraging its in-house battery research as well as manufacturing capabilities, with it supplying more than 20% of all lithium-ion batteries and components worldwide. Not to mention the fact BYD also makes buses, tractors, and Class 8 semi-trucks, even in the United States. The company has an office in Pasadena, California, and a more than 550,000 square foot manufacturing plant that employs more than 750 US workers. And with its latest product launch of the BYD Yangwang U9, which is the ultimate electric supercar on paper, the company is cementing itself as a Volkswagen-type player in the auto industry. The way that the VW Group has been successful has been by acquiring other brands to increase the price range that it operates in. As an automaker, it's most beneficial for you to sell cars both that are really cheap and affordable and also that are extremely highly priced. That introduces a new level of economies of scale, which allows you the best contract negotiations with suppliers, reducing your overall cost and also obviously increasing brand recognition. And that is exactly what Volkswagen did with their acquisition of the brands like Porsche as well as Bentley, which was already accompanied simultaneously by its regular Volkswagen and Skoda brands, for example, that allowed the company to still have a mass market appeal. And that strategy, folks, is exactly what BYD is using to take the crown from the likes of Tesla. Now, as for whether or not BYD will enter the US market with its passenger vehicles, chances are really low of that happening anytime soon, because right now tariffs on Chinese products sit at more than 27%. That means that the likes of Tesla, Rivian, or Lucid, or any automakers homegrown in the United States don't really have anything really much to worry about unless a significant acquisition is made within the country. Instead, BYD's success story here should be studied thoroughly and is a prime example of what can happen and how fast things can change in something like the electric car industry. As usual, folks, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know your thoughts on BYD versus Tesla down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.